She now helps young women turn their campus experiences into powerful stories that open doors to future opportunities. And believe me, this person I just read about is with us here this evening, ready to opportunities. And I'm very sure you are there into an opportunity. So, fellows, join me. Let's welcome Oluwakemi Ebire. Fellows, please let's welcome her. You can welcome her with a round of applause or with reactions. Let's see your reactions, please.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. Let's confirm that you can hear me.
Hi, Kemi. Good evening. It's good to have you here.
Can you hear me?
Please, you have the floor. Good evening. Yes, we can hear you.
All right, great. Hello, everybody. So happy to be here. I 100% enjoy conversations with, I don't want to say younger people like myself, because then it makes me feel old, but I'm 100% happy to be here and happy to share what I know or what I have learned over the years. And I really hope that in one way or another, it is useful to you. So I just want to confirm, we have fellows from different African countries. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
we have fellows from different African countries.
Okay, I can
From the
see.
introduction, I see Eunice from Kenya,
Yes.
Dolly's from Uganda. We
Okay.
have Oyinda Mola from Nigeria, Fortune from Rwanda. We
Okay.
have Tian Janahari from Madagascar. So, and
Okay.
it keeps going.
That's very interesting. I'm very happy to have like a wider African audience. So today I will be speaking on building your story, turning campus experience into future opportunities. And I'm going to be sharing my screen now. I also want to apologize for coming a bit late. I've been struggling with network, just trying to switch from one network to another. Just kindly give me a minute. Can you see my screen, please? Hello, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. We can see your screen now.
All right, great. So today I'm talking about building your story and turning campus experiences into future opportunities. My name is Oluwakemi Ebire. In case you're wondering where the Adeze is from, my mom is from Delta and my father is from Osun State in Nigeria. So like two different tribes. And most times it doesn't sound like I'm from a certain tribe, so I'm from a mix of both. I would like to describe myself, especially for this session, as an ardent volunteer first, before any other thing. And I'm saying that because of the amount of outreaches and programs that I have been involved in, both planning, organizing, and then leading. And then I would describe myself as a global health pharmacist because I have a certificate in pharmacy from the University of Lagos. Okay, so before we begin, I want the conversation to be very interactive. I don't know if some of us would like to speak on unmute and speak, but it's okay to use the comment section. I want us to answer these questions, right? The first one is, what do you want to get out of this session? Like, why are you here? Are you here because, like me, you don't have anything to do today and were asked me to speak, or are you here because there's something in particular that you are looking to get from this session, or you had to be here because it's compulsory meeting? So I would really like to see some answers in the comments. I'm waiting for answers, please. I want everybody to participate as much as possible. So what do you want to get out of this session today? What did you write out some objectives before the session began? Do you want to understand what exactly to do to get opportunities? Do you want to understand things about, like, say, your personal branding? And then the second question is, when you think about your future, what excites you? Hi, can you hear me? I'm not sure if everybody can. Hi, admin, can you hear me?
I can hear you from my end. I can hear you clearly and perfectly smoothly from my end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you want to get out of this session? Is there anybody that wants to? I'm here to hear what you have. Okay. I want to learn how to position myself for opportunities. Okay. That's interesting. When you think about your future, what excites you the most? I feel like if someone had asked me this question 5 years ago, I will not know exactly how to answer it. So I am honestly curious to see, like, what your answers will look like. When you think about the future, when you think about your future, what excites you the most?
Fellows, please, let's unmute and speak. We want to hear our voice. Like she said, it's supposed to be an interactive section. So
Okay,
please,
Caleb says, I want
let's
to learn how to
unmute.
position myself for opportunities. I don't want to murder names. Mola says, at the end of the session, I would like to know how I can use my campus experience. Oh, okay. That sounds very ChatGPT-ish. Like, okay, I'm going to give you back basically what you said. But yeah, when you think about your future, what excites you? Please talk to me. What
Good
are you here to do?
afternoon.
Hi, Caleb. Good afternoon.
So what excites me about my future is I look forward to a future where I'll be, providing energy solutions to this part of the continent, especially Africa. Like, I look forward to seeing a energy dependent Africa in the sense that we can provide for our own energy, not having to always depend on importing and even exporting our own natural resources because we can't convert it to what we need it to do. So that's what excites me about my future. I see myself bringing the change that
That's
is
very
truly
interesting.
needed.
That is very interesting. I mean, I want to go further and ask, are you currently studying or learning concerning, like, the energy sector?
Yes. I'm currently studying mechanical engineering in
Okay.
Olabisi Onabanjo,
Oh, all
and
right.
I did my internship with NNPC EMP Benin. So
Oh, okay.
I've acquainted myself with the energy space much earlier.
I will come to you to know your why a little bit into the session. Cynthia says, when I think about my future, I'm literally so excited about the impact and influences I would have towards my community and Africa at large. I think that I am a bit excited that everybody is, both Caleb and Cynthia rather, mentioned Africa. It is really interesting that just at the top of your mind, while you think about your future, you're thinking about your present community and Africa. I am doing this because, like, this is definitely for, like, a personal question, and I ask almost everybody I meet this question, no matter who you are. Right now, if your life were a movie, what would the title be? Does anybody want to try?
Yes, please.
You don't have to
Hello.
sing. Hi.
Hello. I'm sorry. Yeah, let me say my name. I'm from Madagascar.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah,
Can you say your
and
name?
like right now, our country's situation is a little bit like in the American Nightmare movie. Like we have the purge going on, and we have a lot of tension between the students and the police and the government. But
Okay.
actually we are trying to like rise up our country, so maybe I will think more like I will try to bring more light to my country as a scientific woman, and I would like to grow impact to show people that our country is not just people who wants to manifest. Like we are going to thrive in scientifical academy, and students here, they are not lazy. They are trying to live by themselves and trying to make money for their studies. So I would like to reach more people internationally, and I would like to rise like the niveau of the students here for scientific interest. I will more say things like that.
All
Yeah,
right.
thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Yeah, thank you. And I definitely admire your courage and courage of like young people in your country. Thank you. So does anybody else want to try? If your life right now were a movie, what would the title be? Anybody? Are you in the Titanic era where things are crashing? Or are you having like a very nice time now and your life feels like a romantic comedy movie? Or like is things in your country happening to you? Does anybody want to try?
Okay, let me give it a try. For me,
Okay.
if it's going to be a movie, it's going to be survival of the fittest too, because it has really not been easy ride actually. Maybe survival of the fittest. That's
Fair.
it.
Fair, fair. Thank you, Caleb. And lastly, you can spend 1 million naira. I'm sorry, I wrote naira, but if based on your currency, okay, let just to be for like an equal view, you can spend $1 million to help 100 people a little bit, or just one person, and that person cannot be yourself. Which would you choose and why? I just need one more person, someone that hasn't spoken. If you haven't spoken and you're interested, please talk to me. Okay, I can see Cynthia's response. When I think about, okay, the name of the movie will be The Game Changer, Cynthia Legacy. Clock it, clock it, clock it, clock it. That's very, very interesting. So does anybody else want to try? If you can spend $1 million to help 100 people at least, will you do that, or will you just spend it on one person? Oh, okay. I guess I'm just going to have to answer it since nobody else is speaking to me. I will spend it on I would definitely help 100 people. And my
Okay, I want
answer,
to say something.
oh, okay.
Hi, sorry, I've been trying to unmute my phone. My phone has
Okay.
been giving me a little bit of ish. So I'm Cynthia, by the way.
Hi, Cynthia.
So if I'm to spend $1 million, definitely I will help 100 people, if
Like,
more than.
okay.
Like, my life, I literally believe in giving back. That's
Mm,
literally what I live for. Giving back to the community where I come from, giving back to
okay.
people around, giving back. So I would definitely help 100 or more people. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Fair, fair, fair. Thank you very much. I was about to answer the question, and my reason will be that I believe that in giving, like just how Cynthia said, in giving back, you inspire people to do more. So it feels like inspiring 100 people to do more for like another 100 people per person, and then like it just keeps increasing geometrically. So yeah, thank you very much to everybody that participated. Means a lot to me that you omitted to speak to me or that you typed. Thank you very much. So let's get into it. So the first question is, what is your story, right? And again, I came here to be very transparent because I was speaking to one of my friends not too long ago, and we were talking about the things that we're currently going through as older Gen Zs and how we kind of want to help the younger ones, but we're not speaking about it. So what happens is in 10 years' time, we start to give advice that was actually valuable 5 or 8 years ago. Then you start to say things about how like you experienced life, but like it's not very important or tangible to the person that is hearing now because it would have helped them better, say 5 years ago. So when I ask what is your story, what if you could tell me your story in like a sentence, what would it sound like? What would it look like? Do you even know your story? Have you thought about it that I know that like I'm on this earth for a reason, yes, but do I have a story? What is my story? I don't know if it's something that we've given a thought, right? But I will come back at the end of the session to ask people that want to speak to me what your story is. But I want you to just think through this session with that question in mind. What is my story? You need to treat your life like a story. And handling this session is very important to me because recently I got reconnected to like with my creative sides, right? And I've been writing more than I've ever written like before. And with writing, it helps now I understand like why people write and why people like love words, right? Because it helps you to bring all of your thoughts together and reflect. And in that process, it helps you treat your life like a story. It's like you're reading a storybook, like an enlightening book where it says, oh, 5 years later, this happened. They said 5 years later, but that 5 years was a gap, right? So something happened in that period before that 5 years. So you need to treat your life like a story. And then I put pictures of what my journey looked like. And I'll be going back and forth. I started volunteering and organizing events at 13, from church bake sales to car washes to sports events. We would have bake sales at the church to help with teenagers program. And we had to organize. So we would go to the markets. First, we would divide ourselves into different teams. You're in charge of going to the market, you're in charge of baking, you're in charge of packaging, you're in charge of selling. And it was just from that little experience that I started to gather like what teamwork would look like. Because if you don't go to the market and buy exactly what you've been asked to buy, then we will not have the ingredients to bake. And if we don't have the ingredients to bake, the cake or the cookies will not come out well. And say everything went well and the cake and cookies came out well. If you don't sell, if the people that are supposed to sell don't approach people and get people to buy, then there's not going to be money to run some of the programs that we wanted to run. So that's where I got introduced to organizing and volunteering in the Teens Church. And so I did grow up and I moved to the University of Lagos to study pharmacy. And there I served under PANS. PANS is the Pharmaceutical Association of Nigeria Students, UNILAG. That's the University of Lagos. And there I served as a committee member to organize outreaches. So it moved from just organizing bake sales and car washes to health outreaches. And when you're organizing health outreaches, a lot more goes into play. But I did that while I was in the university and organized outreaches in Yaba, Makoko, and Ikeja. These are areas in Lagos, in case it's not very clear for people that are not from Nigeria. And then I went on to collaborate with the engineering students in Unilag to plan a design competition in 2018. And that definitely taxed me. But the reason I could do that was because I had experience with organizing. Like I had experience with volunteering. I had experience with leading teams. And we did that. We raised 8 million naira. That doesn't sound like a lot of money right now, but I promise you in 2018, as 400 level students, walking into Wema Bank, asking for money, working into energy companies, asking for money to sponsor our events. It definitely meant a lot. And we're able to pull a crowd of 2,300 attendees to come for the event. And then right after school, I graduated and served on different other committees, public health committees. I went further to start something of my own, like introduce something, 30 Beautiful Minds. And then I worked in health startups where I'm focusing on operations and strategy. I just wanted to give like a brief of what my story is. And then that's why I added photos on the other slide. I have been involved in writing journals. And like I said, I'm currently investing in my creative side where I talk about films. So this is a collage of outreaches, me in the lab, research lab, and then there's going to secondary schools, tutorial sessions to talk to students, and there's traveling for work. Just that's kind of what my story looks like. And then for you to be able to, the slide about what is your story, for you to be able to bring your story together, it's important that you kind of know your identity. So when we say identity, what are we talking about? I decided to break it into 3 things so that it's easier for you to point things out, right? The first thing is value. So I want you to note this down. You're talking about your identity. What matters to you? Is it honesty? Is it integrity? Is it helping people out? Would you rather help someone out? Say you've read 70% of a coursework and you have the next 5 hours to read up to 100, but you have a friend who is struggling. Would you rather take that time to explain to them, knowing that like they are going to take out of your time and take out of time that you used to complete that coursework? Would you rather go like over and beyond for someone that you care about? Or is your value actually making money for yourself and being rich in life? What exactly is your value? What will people remember you for? Oh, this person was a very honest boy. This person is super supportive, a supportive friend. Oh, this person is reliable. I know that if I ask them to do something for me, they will do it and then they will get back to me. So like, what do people know you for? The next thing is your strengths. What are you naturally good at? For me, I have already talked about organizing and bringing things together, planning, strategy. What are you good for? Sorry, what exactly are you good at? So what not just there's naturally comes to you, but what also are you good at? So have you asked yourself this question? And then the uniqueness, what is your background? What is your personality like? Are you super shy? Are you extroverted? Are you an introvert, but in certain cases where you need to like be out there, can you pull that part of you and be extroverted? So what would you say your values are? What are your strengths? Please feel free to drop answers to this in the comments as we walk through it together. So if your value is honesty, you can just let me know. If your value is, if your strength is putting things together, bringing people together, motivating people. There are people that are super good at motivating people. They bring people together and communicate a shared goal. And all of a sudden, you don't know anything else. All you're doing as a team member is working towards that goal because you have been really motivated. What are you good at? Are you good at putting things together? Are you good at editing? Because sometimes not just with the written work. Are you good at looking through things and like something that is like 50% and looking through it and taking it to 100%? So what exactly are you good at? The next slide is talking about skills. So when you have formed your identity And I just want to take it back to make it more wholesome. For example, I value curated experiences. I value great experiences. So if I take, say, a ride, for example, an Uber, I want to have like a beautiful experience. If I'm using an app to order a food, I want to have like a wholesome experience from the beginning to the end. Where my strength lies, apart from organizing, I would say my strength also lies in being able to connect with people, right? We sit down, we talk, and then in one or two ways, I can connect with you based on like your experience. Sometimes it's called being an empath, right? So I know how to connect to people and connect with their stories. So just bringing that together, someone who values personalized experiences or values great experiences and then can connect with people's story. So that's kind of how we're trying to link it together. And maybe like a unique part of me will be that I would 100% go over and beyond for something that I care about. So that's kind of how I want us to look at it, like with yourself as you write it down. So when we're talking about skills, I put down some interesting skills. There's leadership skill, which everyone knows about. So if you find yourself inspiring and motivating other people, and then you know how to delegate tasks effectively, and you also know how to resolve conflicts, then it means that leadership skills is like you have a great leadership skill, right? If you know how to express ideas very clearly, and you know how to listen to like other people's points, and you know how to adapt your message to different audience, different situations, right? Then maybe you should pay attention to your storytelling skills. If you love to analyze situations before making decisions, I don't want to say an overthinker, but if you think deeply about things in a way that focuses on solving the problem, and then you know how to ask questions. I almost put thoughtful questions, right? But I don't care what anybody says. I am the school of thought that there are no foolish questions. I'm very sorry, but like that's what I believe in. I feel like every question is relevant. Yeah. So if you know how to ask questions that uncover deeper meanings, right? You know how to think about, oh, if I do A right now, what will A do for me in 2 years? So if I take this step now and apply for this internship, is it going to open a better opportunity for me in this industry? For example, if Caleb takes an internship now, is it going to open a better opportunity for him in the next 2 years? So if you know how to like plan and analyze, then I think that you should focus on like your problem solving skills. If you know how to adjust to new challenges quickly, and you're very curious about tools and you embrace change as an opportunity, then that's like adaptability and learning. And right now we are in the era where networking and building relationships is in the open. So it's very, very important to, if you want to network, to show like genuine interest in other people's story. I hear a lot of mentors these days talk about how mentorship is always seen from a very parasitic point of view. You just want something from me. What do you have to give in return, right? So I want you as a young person to approach mentorship or approach networking as okay, I connect with you, and I think this is what this is how I can be of value to you, the same way this is how you can be of value to me. So don't just approach people with the hope to just get from them without necessarily giving back, right? It's always better when it's a mutual relationship. And confidence. I currently struggle with confidence, and it's something that I try to improve every day. You have to believe in yourself in a way that nobody can Nobody can tell you otherwise, right? And one thing that I'm learning with confidence that has helped me in the past 3 months is building my style, building how I want to be perceived, right? Building how when someone speaks to me or when I interact with somebody, there's something that they get to remember about me. Is it a certain mannerism? Is it the way like that I am interested in something that they said? Is it an information that I was able to give in that conversation? What exactly like is it, right? So that's one thing that I want to. Sorry, can you hear me? I can see that my internet is unstable, and I just want to make sure I'm not just speaking to myself.
Yes, I can hear you
Yeah,
clearly.
we can hear you.
Yes,
Okay,
please, we
cool.
can hear you.
We can hear you. All right, cool. So, yes, build your style. No, like I mean, at the end of the class, you would learn to know how to like put your story together, but build your style. There are people that people recognize because they wear a certain type of glasses, and there are people that people recognize because they say like a certain there's a phrase that is attached around them. When we come out today and someone says, "Oh, when you think about health, who do you think about?" Who is the first person that comes to your head, and why is that person, like, why are they the first person that comes to your head? Because they have built their style around that. And style is not just in like the dress sense, it's also in like your taste, the way you approach conversations, the way you have conversations, even if the way you leave conversations. I have friends that we talk every day, and I know that at the end of the conversation they must say cheers. That's it. But that's one thing that is attached to them very, very dearly. Whether it's an email, whether it's WhatsApp conversation, wherever we have that conversation, even in person, they say cheers before we leave the conversation. And that's a style that is for that person. So it's important to build your style. And then speak up, please. Speak up. Like I said, I don't think that you can quote me anywhere. I don't think there's any question that's a stupid question. Ask. You don't know today, you definitely know tomorrow. I'm sure the person that knows today did not know yesterday. So the next slide is an experience to opportunities, right? How do you connect the dots, right? Where are you currently at the stage of your life, and how do you get to where you want to get to? Like, how do you map out your journey, right? Today, you are volunteering at schools. What are you learning from that experience, right? I speak to my friends a lot, and I spoke to one of my friends yesterday, and she said something to me. She told me that she every time she has her bath at night, she reflects on what happened the whole day, and she asks herself, how can she be better? And I'm like, how can you do that every night? Like, how? Some of us just let the day go by. Today has gone, tomorrow has gone. Before you know it, the year has gone. But she's like, every single day, she's like, okay, this is what happened today. This is what happened today. This is what happened today. How can I be better than this tomorrow? And it's that 1% change. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to be better at this. Okay, what did I do today? How can I be better? It doesn't have to be a daily thing, right? It can be a weekly thing. So today you're volunteering at schools. Why are you volunteering at schools? What can you learn from volunteering at schools? How can you put that together? What do you want to do with that experience? What do you want to do with that knowledge? Do you want to be a volunteer on a global scale? What are you learning from that experience, right? If you are learning that in the school that you are volunteering in a certain age grade, there are no books for them. How are you using that information, right, to do something better, right? How are you linking everything together? So you're volunteering at schools today, and you're learning about leadership and teamwork, which means tomorrow somebody can call you and say, oh, I want to lead this project in a student I want to lead this student education project. Tell me, what do you know about that? Let's work on it together. It is with that volunteering experience that you can say, when I was here, this is how things were done. And I think like we use this information, it gives us like a better point of view. You're joining clubs and societies. What are you doing with that experience? Are you building networks? You're joining clubs and societies. What are you doing with that experience? Are you building networks? Are you speaking to people? And I hear that when we say building networks, it always feels like we need to network upwards, right? But I think that it's even more important to network like among your peers, because like how they say children are the future of tomorrow. It is you and your peers that are currently the generation that will be the future of tomorrow. So it is very, very important to network with your peers. I'm not saying that you shouldn't network upwards. Yes, you should. But I think that even more importantly, speak to people around you that are doing similar things. How can you collaborate with them? You are volunteering at schools, someone else is joining clubs. So can you do something that involves volunteering in schools and the clubs together? Can you collaborate? Can you raise a fundraiser event at the club for the school? So like talk to your colleagues that are in the same age bracket with you. You see someone that is doing something amazing, reach out to them, speak to them. This is what I'm currently doing. I don't know if you're interested, but I think what you're doing is great. At the end of the day, a partnership doesn't have to come out of it, but it's okay that you've spoken to them. It's okay that you said, okay, I really appreciate what you're doing. This is what I'm doing. And the next one says, if you, for example, if you're an internship and you're taking holiday jobs, right? What you're doing is you're gaining real world experience. What are you doing with that experience? Is it positioning you for where you want to be in the next 5 years, where you want to be in the next 6 years, 7 years, right? It is important to always know that where you are today is a story, like it's a page or a chapter in your book for what it can be tomorrow. Or is it personal projects? Are you growing creatively? Are you trying to build your confidence so that in some years to come, you're the one that is out there on the big stage? Like all these things are like holding the experiences that we have. So no experience is too small. No experience is too tiny. Every experience matters, right? No experience should be discarded. If you ask me why I have done something very, very strange that is not related to my story, it's possible that it was from an experience of how many years ago. Like, who knew that organizing bake sales will lead to planning an event that you would pull a crowd of 2,300 and raise up to like 8 million. I'm sure the amount I was raising at 13, maybe like 10,000 naira to run like teenagers program. I didn't know I was going to do that like at a much bigger scale, and still hoping to do more, you see. So, or are you interested in competitions and challenges? Is that going to help you develop how you think about problems or how you think about solutions? Will that help you unlock scholarships and recognitions? So yeah, I want us to do this exercise. I hope Caleb is still here and Cynthia is still here. Those are my regular customers. I want you to think about one word that describes your personality, right? I want you to think about something that you're good at or something that you enjoy, something that you value or matters to you the most, and then something that you're currently doing or learning, and then link it to a goal or dream that you have for the future. And by the time you have one word for all those things, if you bring it together, it would help you with what is your story? Like, what is your story and where do you see yourself in the coming years? So I don't know if you would like to participate in this. I would like everybody to at least write something down. What's one word that describes your personality? What would people call you? Are you a yapper? Do you like to talk for fun? Are you someone that likes to work? Are you someone that is curious about things? What's a word that would describe that describes your personality? Cute, funny, hardworking, and what's something that you're good at? What are you good at? Are you good at putting things together? Are you good at, say, making interesting recipes? are you good at thinking about problems or thinking about solutions? What exactly are you good at? Then what's one value that matters to you the most? Is anybody interested in sharing?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I would like to share my experience about the exercise.
Okay.
I would like to say that one word that can describe my personality is I'm a simple-minded person. I am
Okay.
not really like trying to do something like I'm trying to impress people or things like this. I like to keep things simple.
Okay.
And something that I am good at and I really enjoy doing is to discipline myself. I like to follow routines and I
Okay.
like to predict like I can do this at this time. I can have 5 minutes for myself, 5 minutes for learning about these new things.
Okay.
And one value that matters to me the most is helping people reaching their growth.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've been currently trying to get a better mental health for me
Okay.
and confidence too. And maybe for the future, I would like to see like a future where we can feel we can be ourselves. I think that's it.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Can you tell me your name so I don't pronounce it in a way that is not the pronunciation?
The full name or just my
No,
like
just so that I can call you, not the full name.
okay, so I am Ansa.
Answer. Okay, great. Thank you very
Yes.
much, Answer. You are a
Thank you so much.
simple-minded person that is very disciplined, likes to follow routine, right? You value helping people out, and
Yeah.
you want people to be themselves. So like what I'm getting, the first thing I'm getting is someone that's you've heard of like a coach, a strategist or a coach, someone that literally helps people to achieve their goals, right?
Yes, I would like to.
I see, I see. So that's kind of the story that came to my head once I heard the things that you listed out, right? Thank you very much. Thank you for participating. I appreciate. Does anybody else want to try?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Caleb wants to try.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
All
okay.
right.
All right. So the first thing, one word
Okay.
that describes my personality. I'm curious. I'm very
Okay.
curious. I'm curious for knowledge. I'm curious for knowledge. The second thing, something I'm good at or enjoy doing. I enjoy talking. I enjoy
Okay.
inspiring people. I enjoy motivating people. One value that matters to me most, I think, is integrity. Integrity. People should be able to say, "This is who Caleb is. This is what he can do. This is what he can do." So, and something I'm currently doing on learning. Or I'm a student. I'm a mechanical engineering student, but I'm learning skills that pertain to engineering and energy in total. The fourth one dream or goal I have for the future, to see a energy driven Africa, to see a Africa where we utilize most of our resources rather than just exporting them. Because the way Africa is, although we know it's more of a global agenda, is we are really like exporting our value instead of trying to like refine it. Even in terms of human resource, we are just sending our people abroad. Instead of trying to look for how we can create a community that can harness our resource, both human and natural resource. I look forward
Thank
to
you so much.
that kind of continent.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Caleb. Thank you. And I think that the part about talking is very clear. Like that's yeah, it's very, very true to you because I see how you enjoyed the conversation talking about what you like. So Caleb is curious for energy, enjoys talking and motivating people. He wants people to know that he is who he says that he is. If he says yes, it is yes. And if he says no, that it is no. And he's very, very interested in energy, especially in Africa. And he wants to see an energy-driven Africa. That is who Caleb is. I definitely wish you the best of luck. And I'm so, so, so glad to hear about your goals and what your story is. Thank you. Does anybody else want to try?
Yes.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hello. So the first question, one word to describe. Okay, my personality. I think I would describe my personality as I'm very influential, like an influential person. That's
Okay.
just
Why do you say that?
um. I have this thing about when I get to a room, like
Okay.
when I enter a space, even without me saying something, even without me doing anything, I get to influence people to want to know, oh, who is this? Or she did this, oh, I love this about her. Or
Okay.
she's currently into this. It's just about people wanting to know you and then wanting to follow you to do what you do because they feel, oh, I love what you're doing. And then how
Okay.
about I join you and do the
Okay.
same thing? Yes, I get to influence people with living my life, like literally being myself.
Oh, okay. So
So
what's
the
something that
second
you're good
one,
at?
yeah,
Oh, no, you can go on, please.
the second one, something I'm good at, still the same thing, impact. But
Okay.
I love financial management. Yes, I'm currently taking courses on that. So I
Did you
love
say digital
finance.
marketing?
You say what?
Did you say digital marketing? It
Finance,
wasn't clear.
no, finance management. Finance management.
Finance management. Oh, okay.
Yes. One value that matters to me most. Humility.
Okay.
Malo was stay humble.
Okay.
Then
Okay.
something I'm currently doing, yeah, like I said, I love finance management. So currently I'm taking courses on stock market, everything about finance. I'm just trying to enlarge my finance knowledge and then also try to use it to help others, to gain financial freedom and all that.
Okay.
Then the
Is there
last one dream. Can you
is
hear
there a
me?
reason? Yes, I was asking, is there a reason you're trying to help others gain financial freedom?
Yes, there is. You know, my background, where I come from, you, you get to see what um what
Mm,
poverty does to people.
mm,
So it has always been a thing for me to, oh, if I can't give them money, at least I should be able to tell them what they can do in order to get out of that situation.
okay. That makes sense.
So the last one dream or goal I have for the future. Okay. I think I will talk in relation to my career on about this one. So currently
Okay.
I'm in
Okay.
construction field. Yes, I'm a builder in the making. So the goal is to get to the apex, like to be that celebrity, like that chief, that celebrity builder that everybody just wants you to, to come around. It's more like I don't. You want me to do something, I decide whether, oh, is this healthy for me? Not that,
I see. Not that you're
oh,
rushing to
because
pick
you
any
want
job.
it, I should.
Yeah. You want to be
Yeah,
able to
thank
select
you, thank you.
what you need. Yes. Yes, yes. I want to work on this. I don't want to work on this. You want to be that good and that competent that people will bring jobs your way, and then you decide what you want and what you don't want.
Yes, exactly.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Cynthia. So I'm just going to do like a summary. Cynthia is someone that is influential and can easily impact people when she gets into space. She strongly believes in humility. Her current focus now is in financial management, and that is as a result of her backstory from what she has seen and how people have suffered from poverty. She wants to teach people how to be more financially she wants to teach people how to be, I think, more financially dependent, and she wants to be the best at what she does, whether it's in construction or in financial management. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Thank you so much. There's a comment, there's Mola. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it. I apologize if I'm not. Mola is curious, great at creating safe spaces for others, and values kindness. An aspiring data analyst, currently a student taking applied statistics. And sometimes I just want you to see how these things connect, right? Someone that is interested in creating or that is good at creating spaces for others, it just makes sense that they value kindness. So that's kind of how like your stories can be related. Someone that is very disciplined, it just makes sense that they will know how to help other people and manage routines and like be the best that they can. And then someone that is curious for energy and enjoys talking will definitely know how to say bring people together to talk about energy and like move on with projects. So that's kind of how things are connected. There's someone that says the admin, I'm always curious, good at helping people. A value that matters is integrity. I'm currently a student taking mathematical science and aspiring to build a career in data sciences. I mean, I kind of want to ask more questions to put all this together. Are you taking like is your course or what you're building related to being a data scientist? Is it related to helping people with anything at all? Like what inspired you to do that? For you to say you want to be a data scientist, why? So I do have follow-up questions. If you can answer, that's fine. If you cannot right now, I just want you to think about it. I also answered the question for myself so that it's not just a thing of I'm asking you and have I figured out my own story. One word that describes me, I'll take care or empathy. Something that I'm good at. I like to think that I'm good at curating experiences when I sit down and think about it. And I realized that this year when I was trying out multiple applications in different sectors, everything still came around curating experiences. And it was also very interesting for me to see that across different sectors, like one thing can like bring everything together. And for me, it was like curating experiences. Like I said, whether it is a service, whether it's a physical gift, whether it's like an app, you have to use an app, whatever it is. One thing I value the most is personalization. That's why I don't want to be that person, but that's why I not struggle in relationships, but relationships mean a lot to me because I value personalization. Like I need you to know me to understand what matters to me, because what matters to the other person or what's going on everywhere doesn't mean that I will like it. So I value personalization, and because of that, I value like personalization for other people. So it makes sense that because I value personalization, I will pay attention to curating that experience exactly how you want it. something that I'm currently doing. I'm building equitable healthcare apps, and I'm interested in accessible healthcare systems. And then a dream or goal that I have for the future is to invest in health innovation 100%. And I was able to create a summary, which is, you can read. Kemi has a gift for curating experiences that feel personal and meaningful. And she's guided by her core value of personalization. She's currently building equitable healthcare apps and exploring accessible health systems with a dream to invest in health innovation. Kemi's brand is about creating people-centered solutions that transform the future of care. So I would like you to do something like this for yourself so that you clearly know what your story is. And don't get me wrong, it's okay for your story to change in 3 months. It's okay for your story to change in 5 years. It's okay for you to reinvent yourself 100%. But at a certain point in your life, and when you're working towards things, it's important that you have a story that you're working with. Yeah, so this is, I think this is my last slide. You need to treat your life like a story. Literally what I just said. You are the main character. You get to say what you want happens to you. Yes, there is life, and things in life happen beyond your control. But to the best of what you can control, make sure that it is you that is calling the shots for what you want. The next one is that every chapter matters. And while writing this, I reflected a lot about what this year has looked like for me, because I've had like a little tough year, and it was very interesting to see like how I can tell people something that I just currently experience. Like every chapter matters. I am currently struggling with being very impatient and being very, what's the word? Yes. On a very terrible day, I'm a control freak. I want to control everything. I want to control what happens in the morning and what happens here and what happens here and what happens here. And I've learned that it doesn't work that way. There's certain things I can, certain things I cannot, certain things I can accept, certain things I can plan for, certain things I can change, but every part matters. Like every chapter of your life matters. The small things will eventually lead to the big things. And also what I wanted to say is these days we get to see everybody's best on, say, social media or like the internet, right? But it shouldn't, for example, the person that answer that is very simple-minded, if what you want to do is not as loud or bogus or as big as what every other person is doing, it's okay. As long as that is what you want to do, it is your story. You don't always have to be the number one of the number one, right? If you want to be that, it's fine. If you don't, and that you are okay with what your story is, like it is fine. It is 100% fine. You don't have to feel a certain way because you feel that people are somewhere that they are supposed to, that people are somewhere doing other things, except you want to be there. I watched a podcast recently where someone said that jealousy is the best motivation, that if you see something someone is doing and in that moment you feel jealous, then it most likely means it's something that you're interested in. It's not 100%, but maybe you're actually interested in that. There are things I see and I'm like, okay, next. And there are things I see and I'm like, this is interesting. It just means that this is something that you might want for yourself. And then it's now up to you to pursue it. And that kind of explain how you have creative control of your life. What I have learned as an adult is nobody's coming to save you, not your parents, not your friends. You have to put your ground down and say, this is what you want to do. Yes, you would receive support, but nobody's going to come and live your life for you or help you carry your life. And even if someone does that for you, to what extent, to how long? So you are going to have to stand your ground and say, this is my life and this is how I want to live. This is the job that I want. I'm going to work here for 12 months and then move to this job. I'm going to quit my job without any alternative because I want to pivot. I am going to I'm going to send 100 letters, 100 applications. I'm going to apply for scholarships until I get something, I'm not going to stop. I am going to keep reaching out to this particular person that I want to collaborate with till they respond to me. You know, you definitely have to like put your feet down and do all those things. And then conflict is part of it. Life is not, it's not like a bed of roses all the time. There are good times, there are bad times, and sometimes there are times that you don't even understand, right? But please keep going. And always remember that you can rewrite and edit, right? You can go back and say, okay, today I behaved this way. I'm not going to behave this way again. Tomorrow is going to be a better day. I'm not going to behave this way tomorrow. And you can always say, okay, I didn't hit my goal for this week, but you know what? Next week, this is how I'm hitting my goals. And if you cannot still hit your goals, please reach out to Answer, because she said that she's very disciplined and she helps people reach their potentials. I think that's about it. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Thank you very much. I'm 100% happy to connect with everybody that's spoken to me today. And if you did not have the opportunity to talk, probably because you're in a noisy place or you couldn't type, please feel free to reach out to me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. The Instagram handle is for my creative page, where I love to talk about films. I'm obsessed. And then this is my email if you'd like to reach out and have a conversation. Thank you very much. This is the end of my, should I say, TED Talk? Yeah, let me know if you have any questions.
Yes, it's me again.
Hi.
Carry on with your question, Amenge.
Hello, Miss Kemi. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Carry on with your question.
Okay, so my question is, at what point?
Okay, I am fine, thank you. Yes, clearly.
Okay, so I was saying, at what point did you realize or notice that you could do more than average? Because what I'm hearing, you are extraordinary. I like the kind of drive you are leading your life with, and I just want to know, how did it hit you?
Thank you very much. I think that's a very huge compliment. And I need to bully all my friends because they've not told me that I'm extraordinary in a minute. And you said it in a way that I 100% believed you. At what point? I think that I have always, and this might sound very not humble, according to maybe Cynthia, but like I've always believed that my future will be bright, right? It has just been at the back of my mind from secondary school. I've always believed that, and that's just made me believe in myself that okay, you can do this and you can get it done. Even on very, very tough days when I get terrible feedback, it is that you can actually do this. There's that belief that I can do this. And I promise you, there is a lot of self-doubt too. There's a lot. But one thing that I mentioned earlier is taking charge of your life. Like it gets to a point where you're like, this is my life, and I'm actually going to try and fail. I'm going to give you a little backstory. Over the years, I've applied to things where I have gotten a bit of scholarship, a bit of rejection rather. But this year, the amount of rejections that I have gotten has made me rethink, are you sure that you are who you say you are, right? But what I just realized is that the rejections increased because I was applying more. So I wasn't getting a lot of rejections before because I wasn't applying a lot. So it just means that you apply more, you put yourself out there, you have the chance to get better opportunities. But what we don't say is that there's also the chance where you get more rejections. So yeah, that's kind of what I have to say. It is that I've always believed in myself, and I 100% still believe in myself and things that I will do, things that I'm doing, and things that I'm going to do. I believe in myself a lot. And I am learning at each point in time to take control what I can and then leave what I can't. So I don't know if I answered your question, but that's what I have right now. But thank you so much, Amengi, for that question.
Thank you too for the answer. It was insightful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other question? Is there anyone
Another
with
question.
another question?
Yes, another question. I recall you saying that you are working on your confidence, right?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Yet again, you are so bold to just go out there and put yourself out there and get experience and grow in the process, right? I'm bringing this up because it's a stagnant point in my life, and I just want to like hear how you came about this. So obviously, I believe there's a positive principle that you can't expect something that you want to achieve to come true, if I may say, if you don't act towards it, right? If you don't
Yes.
put out yourself there and try something and see what it is that you like and what you are good in, right?
Yeah.
But for the putting out, the opportunities are there. There are events there. We are being called to go. Yet again, I don't take a step forward into participating in those. It's more of it's more of if I'm to be quite frank, it's more of maybe it's me listening to you talk to us right now, consuming everything that you are saying, but all the points that you say out to us, I just keep them, but I don't execute them. And
Yeah.
I just want to know how
Mm.
maybe it's in some manner relatable and how you overcame that. Thank you.
Mm. So I hear that there are certain points in life where there is stagnancy. I get that part, but I feel like I would relate it back to the having creative control. You can always switch things up. But what I have learned this year, so loud, is being disciplined and sticking to the routine. It's not cute, it's not fun. But if you say that you're going to do something, like do it, do the work. Um, if you say that you're going to go for the event, you might not feel like going for the event, but because you have said that, like stand up and go for the event. Then it was from a fitness expert. I said something about how like the brain deceives us with like your moods, right? You're not always supposed to make your brain happy. It changes moods and it switches like things up. This is the routine. This is what you're stuck to. You're going to work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You wake up on Monday, you don't feel like. So there's a lot of feelings and a lot of consideration for our moods, right? And this will be that period where you know that if you always do things according to your mood, then you might not necessarily get things done. Sometimes you do things against your mood because you have said that this is what you will do and you follow the plan. So it's not rosy days every day. And same way, it's not tough days every day. Sometimes it's a balance of both. Sometimes there are more tough days. Sometimes there are more road to days. But I would say that even on stagnant days or in a stagnant period, stick to your routine. Stick to what you say that you will do. Go for the events. You might meet someone that might motivate you, or someone that wants to collaborate, or someone that wants to work with you. You might even inspire someone by going for that event. If I meet someone in person, be like, oh wow, happy to meet you. This is what I do. Wow, I'm inspired. And maybe it's being an inspiration for someone that kicks you off, and then like you get up to your game again. So that's kind of what I can say. I really also don't know if I answered the question, but that's how I can best like put it.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you. I hear you loud and clear.
All right. Best of luck. The bad days do not last forever. There are definitely good days ahead. So just stick to your routine and things will be great.
All right.
Yeah.
All
Is there
right,
any other
thank you, Miss Kemi.
Thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much. We are really running behind time.
Yes, I
Um,
figured.
Thank you very much. We enjoyed the session. I personally enjoyed the session. I know the fellows also did. Um, with regards to how active they are and how they have been very expressive. Thank you very much for being with us today. So, fellows, please, if you have any other question, I think she dropped her Instagram, Facebook, and email. So you can chat her. That's part of networking. You can have a friend as me in Miss Kemi so that you can also build your network. I mean, she's a valuable person, invaluable as well. So you can just hit up and get her contact, personal contact that you can just chat out. Hi, Miss Kemi. Can you please do this for me? I need a lot of motivation right now. And she will be at your beck and call.
100%. And not just motivation, like if you say like we speak and then I know someone I can connect you with, 100% open to do that.
Great. You can hear from the horse's mouth. So I'm not like speaking for her. She has spoken for herself now. So thank you once again. We are glad to have you. And we hope that in the future, when we need someone, a facilitator as you, we can also reach out to you, right?
Yes. I so active on my status that I don't have any other thing that I'm doing today. Like I said, I'm so jobless, and I am happy to be here yapping with future leaders of tomorrow. So 100%. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for speaking to me, Cynthia, Amenge, Caleb, Mola, Anta. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Thank you very much for thanking us. All right, fellas. Going on ahead to the next agenda that we have, that will be the outreaches for the month. So for the records, we had 9 impactful outreaches conducted across 7 countries or 7 chapters. So our outreaches were held in Nigeria, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, Sudan, Ghana, Senegal, and Malawi. So we empowered over 202 girls and 34 teachers availed themselves during the whole outreach session. And the student reach, we directly engaged and impacted more than 332 students. So our targeted schools were government, faith-based, private institutions, and the likes. We did our outreaches this month. I'm proud of all of us, and we are good. We want to implore us to also do much more. We want to encourage us. Now, schools are in session. I know there are just few of us that are still on holiday, but I know by October we are fully back to school. And I'm encouraging us to start up our outreaches. I mean, you can see Miss Kemi, she started at 13. I know none of us is less than 16 here. So you can actually build your story from very little things that you think doesn't matter. Right. If you're recognizing our chapters by outreaches or recognizing outreaches by our chapters, we have Olabisi Onabanjo University, Nigeria. They carried out their outreaches this month. Next on our slide is Harare Institute of Technology, Zimbabwe. And the next is the University of Rwanda College of Science and Technology in Rwanda. Amuktarabin University also had an outreach again this month. And then next on our slide is Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Nigeria. And we have University of Ibadan, Nigeria. And then Malawi University of Science and Technology. And the last but not the least is the numeric Sheikh Hamidou Kane University, Senegal. And so we come to that part of our fellows meetup where we want to hear the chapter of the month. And I know all our ears are just open to hear the next chapter of the month. But quickly, I'm going to be dropping the fellows meetup survey right now. I won't give it out to anybody again. This link, I'm not going to share it again to anybody. So if you don't fill it up now, that means you've lost out, and it's going to count as part of your criteria for the next month's chapter of the month. Most of our chapters lost out on the chapter of the month this month, particularly because they didn't show up for our fellows meetup last month. And it's quite unfortunate, but we laid out the rules and we all agreed to the rules and we were not keeping to the rules. So I'm going to be dropping that link right now so that once the chapter is unveiled, you can fill up the form and we're good to go. All right, dropping the link. Here you go. Yes, the link is in the chat right now. So to that, the chapter of the month goes to Olabisi Onabanjo University chapter.
Okay, Lillian, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so before we announce the chapter of the month, I just want to implore our fellows. Okay, so our turn up for the meetup has been low for some time now. So I don't know what exactly the problem is. So if you know what the problem is or why you feel like fellows are not joining the meetup anymore, you can reach out to us and tell us. Or if you feel like, no, I'm not learning anything from this meetup again, let's just stop doing it. You can also tell us, please. Lillian, you can go on.
All right. And to that too, I want to add, if your fellows are not also cooperating with you, probably you as a chapter lead, you're trying to make them come on board and they don't feel like coming in, you can also let us know. And then what you have to do for us is to ask them the actual problem. If they are not interested, outrightly not interested, or we should just stop it entirely. We just need to get your feedback. Right, thank you. So to that, the chapter of the month is actually Olabisi Onabanjo University chapter in Nigeria. Right, a round of applause for them virtually. So, diving right in without wasting much of our time anymore. I know most of us will really stayed beyond our time. And I thank you for staying true, but still want to reiterate our reminders and our announcements. Our outreach reporting. I had people reporting outreaches today of all days. Today is fellows meetup and you're reporting your outreaches. When I finish preparing the slides and everything, you are reporting your outreach. If you are supposed to land the chapter of the month or qualify for chapter of the month, you've lost out because you had your outreaches for a while. And I'll keep talking and talking before people will report your outreach. It is part of your criteria for qualifying for the chapter of the month. Please, max 2 days or 3, report your outreaches that you've done. Report your outreaches that you have done. Please, do not forget to fill out the proposal form. I think that form, we are no longer using it. It's only the report form now that we're using. Sometimes you just need to hold yourself at ransom and fill that proposal form so that you can be able to know that I proposed carrying out an outreach this month, and you work towards it. Talk about discipline, talk about commitment. We had all of it today. Okay. Best chapter of the bonds is usually reviewed and selected based on these submissions. To buttress for all of us who have not taken time to read through the criteria for choosing the chapter of the month, there are now 5 key criteria for choosing that. I drop that every time on the group. First of all, carry out your outreaches. Make sure you carry out outreaches. Report your outreaches. When you report your outreaches, please drop and post them on your social media pages. Post them on your social media pages and tag us. We will see it. I think one of our chapters had an outreach this month. She didn't report that outreach up until when one of our team leaders saw it online, and I had to go ask her, "You carried out an outreach this month, right?" And she didn't report it. But because she tagged us, we already knew that okay, she had an outreach this month, sometime this month. But some of us, we just come and we just give a report without posting it anywhere. How are we supposed to know you carried out that outreach? So posting it on your social media is also part of that criteria. And then pull your fellows to come for the outreach, the meetup. It's part of it all. And once you're in the meetup, stay true, because at the end of it all, we post the link, we drop the link in the chat, and you have to fill a post survey form of what the meetup looks like to you. We need that information. We work with it so that we know that we're not just blabbing here, or we're not just coming to waste people's time. If you're not being impacted with this thing, then it's as good as stopping it, because that would be wasting your time, wasting our time at our own end, and then bringing people. You can imagine how much time Miss Kemi spent on this call with us. She had better things to do, or she's here, and then we're not here. So part of our criteria is you coming for the meetup, and then filling up that survey form. We've been saying this over and over. Anyways, the next session will be held on Saturday, October 25th at our usual time, still 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. Please mark up your calendars and plan to attend. Also inform your fellows, your fellows. Please always reach out to them. When the call starts, try and reach out to them. You can chat them or please join the call. Please join the call. So a sneak peek to our October meetup. We'll be having 2 fellows who attended the Fellows Summit in Kenya to come share their learning experience. We saw the very exciting events that took place in Kenya. So we want them to come and talk to us. You can draw insights from there. You can learn 1 or 2 things from your fellows. So plan to attend October meetup. Don't forget to fill out this feedback survey form. Please do not forget to fill it. Do not forget to fill it. No one should come to my DM to ask me about the link. I will not send it to you. I will not even reply you. Please fill it out now that we are still here. Okay, and if you'd like to also be featured in our October edition of the chapter of the chapter engagement highlights, probably you did something that you want to showcase to us and talk to your to other fellows about it, you can reach out to me. I mean, I'm your friend from Ab Initio. You can always reach out to me. We'll talk about it and we know how to get you on board. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very, very much. You stayed and stayed true up to this time. And I'm very, 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 very grateful. And I'm very, very happy that you're here even up to this time. So please, let's us that are still here, keep it up and then nudge others to join us. Nudge others to join us, because why? Together we keep achieving great things. That should just be one thing that should be ringing in your head all the time. Together we achieve great things. We can't do it all alone. We can't be WAAW Foundation without you, our fellows, and you cannot be a fellow without WAAW Foundation. So it's a hand-in-hand collaboration. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time. We'll call it a day here and have a good evening. Okay, so after filling out the form, we are free to leave the hall. Okay, our virtual snap, or please, let's open up our video so that we can have, the virtual snapshot. Please, let's see our beautiful faces. Aminge, Ajaratu, Belinda, Blessing, Jarrod, Cynthia, Castra, Munira, Paula, Sama Hassan, Ansa. Please, let's open up our video so we can see our beautiful face. Mola is a pretty damsel. My God, you're so fine. Ansa is a cutie too. Salat, hi. I'm seeing your faces. Wow, all of you are looking so fine. Let's see more people, please. Can you remove your videos so that we see your faces, please? I wonder if you see my face. Dahuru, you came in and went off again. Belinda is a cute girl. I love her eyes.
Hi, Lillian.
Hi. Let's see more people, please. You're taking a snapshot. Your face is not show here. Eh? You're taking a snapshot of everyone. Amenge, let's see your face. Blessings. Cynthia, or we are not in a very nice place, or we are not looking very presentable. Okay, that's quite understandable. That's okay. All right. I think for that session, we are done here. Thank you, everyone, for your time again and again. And we love you from WAAW Foundation. We love you, and we really need you to be here. All right. Okay. Thank you, everyone. You can exit the corner.